Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Hopefully everybody out there is doing pretty well. I myself have been kind of going through a little rough patch. Last week I wasn't feeling very well. I finally got over that. And then a couple days ago at work I hurt my back pretty bad, so I kind of been limping around here, stooped over, looking like the hunchback of Notre Dame. Haven't really been sleeping very well, and unfortunately the pain pills are not really doing anything, so it is what it is. I wanted to quickly give a shout out and say whoever subscriber number 13 is to my channel, I appreciate that. I saw picked up a new person this week. Unfortunately, my subscriber list doesn't show who it is. I mean, I know who a few of you guys are, so I do certainly appreciate that. But anybody that joins, welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy it. So today's episode, I am going to be talking about, if you can't tell by my T-shirt, one of my all-time favorite science fiction movie franchises, the Aliens. I love these movies, have since I was a little kid. I first saw Aliens when I was, a couple of years old. Got into it. Mom and stepdad took me to see the Aliens movie in the 80s. Love that. That's one of my all-time favorite sci-fi slash action movies. I'm actually a big fan of Alien 3, both the theatrical release and the extended edition, which is a lot better. I'm not a big fan of Alien Resurrection, the fourth one. I didn't think that was any good. They did a crossover eventually with the Predator. I thought the first Alien vs. Predator was really good. The second one, we lasted about 5 minutes and we shut it off. It was so bad. But anyway, if you guys are enjoying my channel, please subscribe, like the videos, leave a comment down in the section below if you like something about it, if you don't like something about it, if you're a fan of the Alien series, definitely let me know, and let's just go ahead and just jump right into it. So, first movie in the series, probably the best, I think, overall. Since I was a little kid, I've loved sci-fi and horror, so you kind of mix those two together, and you got like the recipe for perfection, as far as I'm concerned. So the first Aliens, they're on the USS Nostromo. It's kind of like a deep space mining ship. They're on their way back to Earth, and they pick up a signal that something's going on here on this planet. And the crew, which had been in hibernation, they get woken up and they said, like, look, the company's saying we need to go down there. They don't want to do it, but they find out there's a clause in their contract that they do have to go. Anytime some form of intelligent life is discovered, they have to kind of inspect it. So they go down there, and for those of you who don't know, spoiler alert, 40 years later, a little alien attaches itself to one of the guys, John Hurt, the great actor, and eventually he's okay, but it spews out of his stomach. I'm sure you've seen the clips, or you've seen the parodies and Spaceballs and other movies and whatnot. And then this little creature starts growing and running ragged all over the ship and ends up killing all the crew except for Ellen Ripley, played by Sigourney Weaver. So she's kind of a female action star, badass. She manages to kill the thing and get the hell out of there. Which leads into the second movie, where she's been drifted in space in the life buoy thing there for about 60 years, and the Space Marines come across her, and they're wondering if they can salvage the ship, but then they find her and her cat in there. They wake her up. They kind of tell her what's been going on, and she's saying, we can't go back to this planet. You gotta send somebody and eradicate whoever's on this planet. And the board, the company board, I don't know what you call it. She's having like a formal inquiry because she did blow up the ship in the first movie, which was billions of dollars of not only technology but all the materials that it was bringing back to Earth. So they're kind of throwing her under the bus for that, and she's saying, well, you can't go back to this planet. And of course, the head guy is like, we can, because we've been there for the last 60 years. And unfortunately, as to nobody's surprise, breakout happens and aliens start, running ragged and taking over everything. So they got to send the Space Marines in. Now, the theatrical version's pretty good, but I would definitely recommend you see the extended version, because there's some other scenes in there that really flesh it out a lot more. But just what an awesome movie, man! What a great cast. I mean, you got all the classics in there. Of course, what's his name? William Bean. I can't forget the guy who was in Terminator. That was Kyle Reese. He's in that as Corporal Hicks. One of the awesome characters of the movie. Anyways, basically these couple of Marines against like swarms of aliens, and fighting inside this little compound, fighting outside, fighting in the ships. I mean, just an all around awesome movie. Then you get to Alien 3. Alien 3 is very divisive. A lot of people really hate the movie. I personally love it. I think it was great, and I think even the extended version was even better. Um, there's not a lot of difference with the extended version per se as far as the story. I mean, it's maybe like 30 or 40 minutes longer. It's kind of everything that got cut out of the main one. I think the main difference is the alien kind of spews out of a dog versus a cow or something. Anyway, um, long story short, when they're escaping the end of the second movie, it's Ripley again, Corporal Hicks, and this little girl that they kind of picked up as the sole survivor of the station where the aliens kind of overran. They crash on this prison planet. And, basically the girl dies in the crash. Corporal Hicks dies in the crash. The android, I'm sorry, I forgot, Bishop, played by Lance Henriksen, he gets killed in the crash. So again, Ripley's the only survivor. And she's in this colony which is kind of like a forgotten prison colony. These guys out in the middle of nowhere. They're in this old place. Nothing works. They kind of scrounge for themselves, but it's all guys. So rapists, murderers, everything. So she's got to deal with that. Plus an alien. Kind of similar to the first movie where it's just one alien kind of going around wreaking havoc. But again, I thought it was a great movie. I really liked the special effects. I really liked the story in both the theatrical version and the extended version. This is another one where I would definitely recommend the extended version. So it's her and these convicts kind of fighting for their life against this alien, and the company becomes aware that she's actually been impregnated with one, so they don't want anything to happen to her. They want to use it for their bioweapons divisions, so they send their people out. And again, not to spoil the movie, she ends up sacrificing herself, so she thinks, so that she kills the queen that was actually within her, which would have bred obviously many more aliens. So then you get to Resurrection, which I think is a few hundred years later or something, and they've managed to clone her, Ripley with the queen in her. It's just a really weird movie. Again, a really good cast that was in it. Story was okay, but it got really weird toward the end. I wasn't a big fan of it. I mean, if you leave your brain at the door, it's not bad, but it's nothing compared to the first two, which are awesome, and the third one, which I thought was pretty good. Anyway, it's in the future. I think like Walmart's the only one left. They bought everybody else out. Walmart bought the company out or whatever. But it's basically this cloning facility where they're trying to clone humans and aliens, and use them for bioweapons and whatever sinister stuff that companies always do. So Ripley has to kind of get herself out of there. She's trying to be rescued by this kind of band of marauders, space pirates things going on. And of course it all goes to crap and everybody ends up dying, whatever. So, but it was originally kind of meant to go back to Earth with the story, but it ended up, different in the theatrical release. So that was the last Alien, just straight Alien movie we got. Now we did get some prequel sort of movies called Prometheus, and then I forgot what the second one was called. Prometheus was pretty good. That was kind of setting up the story of the original Alien movie, kind of going back to the beginning and telling a different tale. Very reminiscent of Aliens. The first Prometheus really good. For this, I don't know, what was it called? It was called Alien something. Now I'm looking back on it. Didn't like that one. The second Prometheus, which is still kind of a prequel to the very first Alien. Good cast, but I really didn't like this. I don't even remember it. I watched it once and I was like, it wasn't that good. Alien versus Predator, like I said, came out a couple of years after Alien Resurrection, which was a crossover of the two great sci-fi, franchises. That was actually pretty good. It was kind of like the Predators came to Antarctica in like the early 1900s with when the whaling stuff was going on, and kind of wreaked havoc with with the whaling crews that were down there and built this temple and aliens, and it's basically aliens versus predators versus humans. So that was a really good movie. I actually enjoyed that. Again, good action popcorn sci-fi movie. Not a great movie on its own, but in the terms of the series, it was pretty good. Like I said, I never watched Alien versus Predator 2. We made it like 5 minutes in, and I really just didn't like it. I just didn't enjoy it. So, but I didn't want to give too many spoilers. I've been trying to keep my videos a little bit shorter lately. Just wanted to share, my love for the Aliens franchise. Sigourney Weaver, I'm not a fan of hers personally, but as an actress, I think she's a great actress. and throughout her 4 roles in the movies, just a badass female action star, somebody to look up to. They had a lot of great actors and actresses, well known all throughout this series. That was pretty good. Like I said, it kind of ties in with the Predator, which I like most of the Predator movies. I haven't seen, well, honestly, I've seen Predator 1 and Predator 2. I know there's been like 3 or 4 since then. I haven't seen those. Eventually I'll get to them, but life is just what it is nowadays. So, anyway, I'm going to cut this one short. I've got some other things I got to take care of, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Just a quick little, touch in the base to say hello to everybody and to thank my newest subscriber, whoever you are. And just talk about, my love for the Alien series. Great sci-fi action movies. Stick with the first 3. 4 was okay. Like I said, Prometheus was good, which was a more recent prequel. The second one, Alien something, I can't remember what it was called. Not so good. I didn't end up liking it. First Alien vs. Predator was good. Second one, not so much. So, anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you do, please, subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit the bell for the notifications. If, I do post a new video, you'll be the first to know. If you enjoyed the video, like it, leave a comment. Tell me something you liked about it, something you didn't like about it. Tell me if you like the Alien movies, what some of the things you like, what some of the things you don't like. And I will see you guys in the next video.